Hello, everybody. Let me get this here camera going. Hello, one and all. Welcome to a exciting stream. The stream will not be scuffed, but your streamer is extremely scuffed. I'm just getting over a cold, and by just getting over a cold, I mean I still have it, and I'm going to have to work real hard to not cough into the microphone. So, yeah. Hello. Hang on. They can't hear you. Now they should be able to hear you.
Who are they?
Who are they?
Who are they?
I don't know. Just a bunch of people.
Who are they?
I know some.
Okay. As long as you know some of them, at least. I don't want to get jumped.
Okay, your volume compared to them should be better.
Okay. Who are they?
Who are they? Chat, introduce yourself.
Where is the chat happening? It's on YouTube.
You have COVID all week. I'm so sorry. You should have used that $2 on cough medicine. I appreciate that. The music, is it still a little loud?
There we go. Now I have your chat open.
My voice is real low. Okay, 1 second.
His voice is always real low. Bassy.
How's that? Am I too loud now?
You have that podcaster reverb going on. That's nice.
Gotta have a little podcast reverb. Okay.
Yep.
Well, this should be a fun stream, I think. So, to everyone in the chat, the music is still a bit loud. That's weird. I can barely hear it. So my headphones are down real low. That's why.
I can't hear your music at all, but I'm in a voice chat, so...
All right. That should be better. Okay. So, yeah, Auntie Haunty, why don't you introduce yourself to the chat if they don't know you yet? Volume levels are now good. Perfect.
If they don't know me, hi.
If they don't know you.
Okay, hi. I'm Auntie Haunty, just Haunty or M, and or Emily, or got so many. I go by many names. Yeah, I'm a creator here on YouTube. I make D&D and tabletop content, although I haven't made anything in quite a while because I've been very busy with Handful of Nerds, the group project that Will has been playing in
Yes.
lately. We'll get those episodes up eventually. Yeah, been having a lot of fun with that. So if you want to see, I don't know, if you end up liking me and we fall in love, come to my my YouTube channel, which is Auntie Haunty Games, and check out Handful of Nerds as well. For me and our friend Latula and some more Will in the future, and Jacob Crow and Zodgebox and Austin and the whole gang.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good time. People have been asking a little bit here and there about the Wraith the Oblivion actual play that I said I would look into, and that is coming in the near future. Character creation has been done, and yeah, that's going to be with Auntie Haunty as the DM.
Yeah, we're working on the art assets right now. It's gonna look real good, actually. And some of the stuff that Latula and I have been putting together visually, it's gonna look real good. So
absolutely. The other thing that chat should know is that a lot of the insight I get into a lot of the older tabletop systems, they come through largely two sources when I talk about how like old systems were received. The first source is scrolling through ancient internet forums. The second is by me chatting with Auntie Haunty. Because you are an OG 90s tabletop gamer, and you have just such an incredible depth of knowledge. And I feel like if people like what I have to say about games, a lot of it is a somewhat filtered stuff that you have passed on to me. So I think chat would love to hear more from you in general.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to share more. I love the world of darkness, especially. It came to me at a time in my life when I was the most info spongy. So,
Oh yeah.
in your 20s, when you're a nerd, in your early and mid 20s, and you're just like, and your teens, I mean, it's like I'm going to absorb everything about this world, all of it, every last detail, and it's never going to leave my brain.
Incredible. See, and who would have known? Who would have known that it would be so valuable in the modern day?
Right, one day.
You never know.
Here we are on the modern equivalent of cable access, public access television, and
And it turns out those niche interests have suddenly become very valuable.
yes.
So you are a longtime World of Darkness player. Have you played these visual novels before?
I don't think that I have. No,
Okay. So this is new to both of us then.
Yeah, I've played a whatchamacallit, like the choose your own adventure, the text ones that are just only text.
Yeah.
From Choice of Games, they're awesome.
They look really good.
Their Choice of Games is. I'm not just saying this because like actually like the two people who like helped create Choice of Games are like old friends who I used to play World of Darkness with. Like they're legitimately though, like their shit is so good. They sent me a choose your own adventure game about like homosexual like professional wrestling league.
Oh, I just realized that audio was peaking a little bit there. It should be fixed now. Sorry. Chat, you can.
Okay.
Your ears should be fine there now. Sorry.
Voice gets loud. And yeah, no, about a gay wrestling league, and it was the most incredible thing I'd ever read, and
incredible
playthrough. So yeah, they're fun. So their games have been fun, but I've never played these ones.
Okay, well then we're in for a treat. I think most of chat hasn't, but we've got a few people who have. Oh, chat's asking a little bit about the cloaked figure in my my stream setup here. Most of my stream assets come from this like ancient World War I Austrian newspaper where like the war clearly shattered their minds and they just started delivering the news as their nation was falling apart with the most like grim dark fantasy illustrations ever. It's incredible.
Yeah. Oh my god. I miss really like grimdark art. I should show you some of the World of Darkness art from like the Black Dog lines someday.
Ooh, I haven't seen the Black Dog stuff really.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we start, one last order of business because this is a very heavy winter jacket and I am going to have to take it off. But for now, I just wanted to show off the fact that I am here cosplaying as one of the characters in Hunter the Reckoning today. It's a pretty budget cosplay, but it's also my Halloween costume this year. So here we go. The priest collar wasn't super visible in the video because the microphone was like held up like that, so no one could see that I was wearing a priest collar. But yeah, I am. I'm dressed as Father Esteban, and soon the jacket will have to come off because, goddamn. Yeah, no crossbow. I know. I'm gonna get the crossbow, mana.
It looks good though. That would be a great. I mean, that would be a great outfit in like in a wad larp. I'll tell you.
Oh, thank you. I think it. I think it works. Okay, now I am removing it because either I am going to be very sweaty very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're back. It's short sleeve. That is sweet relief. But without further ado,
it's one of those priest shirts.
It's one of these ones. I was looking for long sleeve, but I had placed an Amazon order for like a nice $25 one, nice budget cosplay. And then the day I had to record, I'm, checking out front, and there wasn't there. And I realized that I had only put it in my cart. I hadn't actually purchased it. which wasn't good. So I had to run to a Spirit Halloween. Dude, you guys have Spirit Halloween in the States, right?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
They're moving into the White House, actually, as we speak.
Yes, when the apocalypse hits, when the bombs drop, all of your houses will be transformed into Spirit Halloweens.
Yes. Okay, so
I ran over to a Spirit Halloween and I found this one, so it saved me.
Perfect. It looks really good. You look very like clerical, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Catholic youth pastor. Like,
it's the only exercise I've been getting lately.
All right. So how are we doing? Am I watching through your YouTube stream?
Oh yeah, let me put the stream here in the Discord so that you can see.
Yes. Because YouTube, there's a wee bit of a delay.
Yeah. Better if you are caught up to speed here. You should be able to see through there. And let me bring chat over to the gameplay.
I see it. And I have... Wow, YouTube lets me pop chat out into its own little menu. That's incredible.
It's powerful. Okay, let me
Does Twitch...
adjust where I'm sitting. Adjust the camera. There we go. I am now centered. Cool.
Awesome.
All right, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Joe Arnold, I am a cool priest who does not talk to kids, okay? I have never once talked to a child, even in passing. Do not slander me like this. Even when I was a child, I kept to myself.
Yes.
Okay, let us begin our game. Final check with you guys, audio levels. You can hear the game okay? You can hear us? We'll give you guys a second to respond.
Yeah, let me also adjust my audio as well.
Sounds fine, people are saying? Okay.
Good.
Let's get into it. Yes, the game is making noise. The background noise is from the game. Okay. And yes, chat, you all do have to call me father today. Not daddy, father.
Damn it.
Okay?
Damn it. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. We almost had our chance.
Okay, let's see what's inside this game. Papa's fine. Oh.
Good loophole. Good loophole.
Oh, we get to choose a clan. Okay.
Oh shit. Why is the okay? Well, I don't know. I disagree with these immediately.
This is a very.
Storydoor's good.
I mean, this Bruja here, he definitely looks like he goes to a private school, but like does drugs while he's there.
I was just about to say, I was like, this is either the worst like Bruja ever, or this is like a Bruja who like got embraced in his prep school, and and that's totally fine if that's a school uniform, totally fine.
I mean, I don't know if this takes place in a school, but this would be a decent Bruja if it's like if it's a school game, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's rate our Ventru. That's pretty standard. That's a Ventru. Oh,
it's pretty good. Yeah.
We got a donation. A hunter, a kindred, and a Garu enter a bar for a drink. A hunter and a Garu leave the bar, and a mage enters. He finds the place too dusty.
Oh, it's true though.
Garu and hunters inevitably will realize they've got a lot in common.
Yeah. Good-looking Ventru.
Yeah.
No, not enough, 80s like shoulder pads for me, but like
the shoulder pads. Yeah, you're right. That would make
power, Yeah.
I have donation text to speech on. Oh. I should fix that maybe. We'll leave it for now. What's the worst that could happen? And here is our Toreador.
Okay. Young Toreador, sure,
This
why not?
looks more like a hacker than an artist, but we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. When the divas.
The
What?
divas.
When
Huh.
did they call the Toreador? When did the? Okay, all right. I've never heard that before.
Oh yeah,
I
and
mean, I
it's all
guess
it's in caps too. Maybe that's a 5e
okay.
thing.
Might be, might be.
The
Okay.
divas, and these are the blue bloods, and
The
these are the
Bloods and the
rabble.
ah,
We got those
right.
bold capital words.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ah, Saviono is saying if I am covering World of Darkness, please do a piece on the Kindred TV show from the 90s. Well, you're in luck. It's my next video.
Yes. God,
um,
that show. That show. Um. So yeah, who you gonna be, Will?
I'm thinking I've got a soft spot for the Bruja because that
Yeah.
was our boy Kristoff from Redemption.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
I kind of just see the whole World of Darkness from the Bruja perspective. So,
That I mean, also we are YouTubers, which makes us, seemingly insignificant with significant ideas. So,
that's true.
that works.
And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
just did a whole thing on how punk Hunter is, so we should be the punk vampire clan.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Easy choice. Oh, I get
Yes.
to have a name. Spherical Logic just gave $2. Thank you so much, Spherical.
Yay.
This is your first super on a live stream. Well, thank you. I am honored. I guess let's just be William SRD. POV, you are William SRD. This is you. Razorvine, there is a mage game, actually. It is quite obscure and has kind of been, removed from the internet because the person who made it did some not-so-great things.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of purged that one, but it exists, and I will probably
Yeah.
cover it at some point, purely because of the fact that people want to hear about mage. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
A mysterious
got
person says that New
This
York...
game is automatically beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I love the art in these.
Yeah.
They say, New York taught me to believe in fate. Had you asked me about fate back when I was human, I would have told you it's just superstitious bullshit, that we are designers of our own destinies. That belief shattered when the richest woman in the United States, the actual richest one, not the face you could have seen in the papers, of course, sank her teeth deep in my neck. It happened in the very same place you're standing in right now, by the way. Fate? You decide. ... Please, there's absolutely no need to be hostile. Just listen a bit longer. See, my mistake was that I flew too close to the sun. It makes sense that my punishment was to never see its glow again. I was incandescent myself. I was hot shit. I had it all. Money, looks, confidence, connections, men, women, a career, and a spark in my eye. The one you need to be born with. And that's when someone far more powerful than me saw my radiance and thought, that won't do. She robbed me of the light erupting from within, and gave me a subtle, enduring gleam in its place. She decided that would fit me much better. She was a 9th-generation kindred just like you, an apex predator. She probably enjoyed teaching me the peak of human excellence, my real place in the food chain. It's such an eyesore. And hang on, M. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
9th
Yeah.
generation
Yeah.
is what's the highest generation it goes to while still actually getting kindred powers? It's like 12 or something.
No. So of course, my familiarity is mainly with the original editions, first,
Yeah.
second, revised, and a little bit with V20. But 13 is typically as hot as weak a generation as you can go, and still have full access to all of the standard game mechanics, all the standard powers. After 13th generation, you have 14th and 15th, and they have limited
Got it.
limited potency.
So in the year of our Lord 2024, or I guess 2019 when this comes out to pass, 9th level is probably not too bad of a generation in terms of power levels.
Yeah, and one of your chatters, Saviono, is correct that if that 13th generation is the default player character generation, unless you spend points on during character creation to lower it, or eat other vampires who are stronger than you.
I am moving my head because chat wants me to move. There we go. Hopefully that's a better spot for me. Actually, I'll be up here because that's kind of where the menu is, and you don't need to see the menu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's such an eyesore when you look at some loudmouth braggart and see them for all they really are. The temptation to teach them a lesson can be unbearable, right? Oh, 8th is the maximum for player characters at the start. 9th is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the default rules, yeah. There are rule sets for playing elders as well, but
Got it.
they're intense.
Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. Conceptualizing us. We're
pretty
well off in terms of our generation.
Oh yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, if this guy is our sire, if this is the person who makes us a vampire, and his sire was 9th generation, that makes him 10th, and that'll make us 11th. So like a pretty middle of the road.
I thought he specifically said that we were just like his sire, as a 9th generation.
Oh, maybe I must have missed that.
Maybe we should just see. We should just hear what he has to say, and we'll find out.
Yeah, let's not keep the man waiting.
Yeah. Well, my sire's lesson was a lesson about fate. A message saying you're eternally doomed to be at the mercy of your sovereigns.
You always
we got a donation.
Subscribe and donate because covering topics like Wraith or Shadowrun aren't very friendly with the algorithm. Here is me saying I love you branching out.
Aw, that's a really good donation.
That's very sweet. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate it. Yeah, the algorithm's very finicky if you cover multiple franchises, unless you're, like, huge. So I really appreciate you guys supporting me and, going that extra limit to help bring us around to different franchises and stuff. Really, just everyone liking and commenting is so huge for getting it out there. And yeah, it straight up couldn't cover multiple franchises if you guys weren't on board. So it's a team effort. I really appreciate you guys. Okay, where were we? It almost drove me to destroy myself. What saved me was the ability to reinterpret her teachings. Hers wasn't a message of doom, it was a message of hope. Fate exists, and one can shape it if given the right tools.
Money and influence.
Oh yeah. My sire didn't believe my tools were fitting for the job. She considered them toys, and me just her amusing subject. Well, she's deader than dead now, and I'm still here, standing right where she stood when we first met. You might have wondered how I've learned about your arrival to JFK Airport. My answer is, of course, destiny. As luck would have it, today happened to be a day some of my associates were inspecting the coffins. Driving you here straight from the plane and having you wake up in such an unfamiliar place was a little desperate, and I do apologize for it. But it is so rare for you to visit New York. 3 times in the last 15 years, was it? And you're never eager to inform me you're here. I understand you still have that meeting on 53rd Street later tonight, so I'll provide a comfortable transport. I value our relationship very much, don't get me wrong. Okay, so we're important. It kind of sounds like we're more important than this person.
Could be.
But it is precisely because I value it that I am going to ask you to repay the favor you owe me. You're the only one I'd trust to do the job well, and without attracting attention. You might think I'm crazy, asking you to breach the rules of our society like this. You might think it's impossible to get away with it unpunished. But this is New York, and I don't know about other cities, but in this one, fate really exists. And right now, it's smiling in your favor. Oh.
He
This
dances on Avenue B.
this is how it begins. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, maybe she does dance in Avenue B. No.
Maybe. And I just have to check something here. Da 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 da. We should have checked if there was nudity first.
Oh, that's a good, you know what, good call.
With World of Dark. Before we go any farther, I'm checking the Steam page.
Yes.
Because I am excited to do this stream, but I do not want to risk a ban over this.
Yeah. I feel like every nightclub in the World of Darkness looks like this place right here in front of us.
Yeah.
Like it's always like like vaulted ceilings with like Grecian columns and statues and things.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have a nice night out or a spontaneous rave covered in blood. Ooh, that are
About the
dive
game.
bars.
Okay, mature content description. It includes offensive language, violence, drug addiction, alcohol depiction, black humor, blasphemy, characters with extreme opinions, critique of ideology and religion. Does not say nudity, so we should be safe. And no, I don't think the statue violates terms, but I did just want to be safe. It reminded me that this is a World of Darkness game, and anything could be inside. Okay, the music is pounding, and your pulse is keeping pace. This is one of those nights that makes you feel alive, even though it started with you feeling dead. First came the messy breakup, then the realization that you have nobody to talk about how much it sucked. Still, you decided to roll with the punches. One Facebook search for local events later, and you found just the thing for your malaise. Is it weird? Is it weird, M, hearing Facebook and Vampire the Masquerade together?
Yeah, it's super weird. Like, it is actually a little bit weird. One, it's startlingly real. Like,
Yeah.
in general, I think if any video game referenced Facebook by name, I'd be like, what? But also, I mean, you know, the World of Darkness traditionally has it spoofs corporations and things, right?
Yeah.
So I would have expected. I suppose I would have expected thematically I don't know, like what you would call it, like something tome or whatever.
Yeah.
Tome of faces. But yeah, no, wow, that took me back a little bit.
All right, let's see next. A short subway ride, and you find yourself at the club just outside Dumbo. Not a fancy one, mind you. More like a slightly refurbished warehouse. But hey, at least the drinks are cheap. This does not look like a place where the drinks would be cheap.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, Joe Arnold's right. The vampires are old. Of course they use Facebook. We all have a story. It was my grandmother who forced me off Facebook. Really.
My mom. It's my mom.
Yeah.
She loves me too much, and.
Same with my grandma. Can't post anything without her showing up in the comments and being like,
Yep.
"Oh, this is a nice post. Why don't you call me later?"
Yeah. You know, my mom was my first YouTube subscriber because of Facebook.
Ah. Okay. The DJ seems to really know his shit too, alternating between cutting-edge industrial techno and classic Detroit crowd pleasers, expertly feeling out everyone's mood. An hour passes, then two. Usually you'd feel awkward coming to a place like this alone, but tonight you find something soothing in joining the crowd, blending in, even as you allow the beat to take over. Sweat, yours, other people's, soaks through your shirt and pants in a matter of minutes.
We're not a vampire yet.
Not yet. Yeah, we're just sweating blood out here. A thought pops into your head. From the outside, the fully packed club must seem like a stuffy, smelly nightmare. But here in the thick of it, it becomes exhilarating. And you're not even on a pill tonight.
Wow.
There's this Latina chick whose curves are accentuated by the light dress clinging to her body, and she keeps bumping into you. Something tells you it only seems incidental. Yeah, it's a good night. You wish it could last forever, because you know all too well what the next day holds. Waking up, getting dressed for work, the commute, the 9-to-5 grind that will make you just enough money to pay the rent, and keep living in your overpriced shithole of an apartment.
Too real.
And with Jessica moving out, once we're done the narration, I'll do the narrator stuff, but we'll assign characters to both of us, Em.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have assigned myself as narrator, so we'll get to it.
Of course.
You run some quick calculations in your head and immediately come to regret what you did. Never mind. You spot the Latina girl again. She is now next to another guy hitting it off. Your chance of not going to bed alone, gone. Just like that. Fuck. Your mood temporarily shot down. You leave the dance floor and stumble your way to the filthy bathroom. You take a look in the mirror and start to wash your face obsessively. Over and over again. A voice from the past echoes in your mind. I've never felt like this about it. Oh, wait, this is a character. Em, you take this one. You're Jessica.
Oh, no, I don't know anything about her. Shit.
All right, do a read based off of visual appearance and give us a voice.
Okay, let's see here. I've never felt like this with anyone. Seriously, I mean it. I feel like all my relationships up to this point were test runs. A shitty way to compensate for my low self-esteem. But this feels right. Finally.
Shut up, Jess. I assume that was our ex.
Amazing. Yeah. This was the craziest fucking day of my life. God, I need to smoke. Pass me a light. What do you mean cops took the lighter? There's one in your mouth.
Just shut the hell up. This is not you, not anymore.
Who is she? Oh, fuck off. This is so like you, acting like some sort of Clint Eastwood wannabe when I really, really need you to open up.
By the way, Citizen Slave is my favorite band.
They're pretty good. You think you're impressing people with this tough guy act? Fuck you. I know how broken you really are. You need therapy.
Yeah, now that sounds like the Jessica of today. You raise your head and look in the mirror. You try to smile, but all you can muster is a self-pitying grin. And there she is, the Latina from before. She says you look like you need a drink. You hesitate for a second or two, and then blurt out a surprisingly enthusiastic, yeah. I like that they just showed us a picture of a Latina and then got rid of it. You start to talk. Game devs. It quickly becomes evident that she's into politics, and you are eager to please. Oh no! We're talking politics with the girl at the bar. This isn't gonna go well. Even if this game didn't have vampires in it, this wouldn't go well. You might be a corporate drone, but you spend a lot of evenings reading theory. We're a bruja, of course.
Oh.
Actual theory, not
no.
bastardized Twitter cliff notes, and
Another
organizing
reference.
for all manners of causes online.
God, okay.
The status quo sucks. There must be something better. She agrees. You seem to subscribe to the same progressive political theories, have compatible ideas about the DSA's missteps, and even watch the same YouTube channels. Your
William
goals
SRD.
are aligned.
Yeah.
They all watch William SRD. They got their politics from me.
Yeah.
She's
in
a
the
bit
world of
more
darkness, you're
radical.
just talking about the real world. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a bit more radical than you'd have guessed. I think she's a bruja.
I think so.
Yeah. You've attended a few rallies, been to a few protests, but this girl sounds like she's broke her share of faces and kicked more than a couple of cops in the nuts over the course of her activist career. Okay, chat, this is beginning to make sense. Who talks politics at a nightclub? A bruja does. That is the answer.
Yeah.
Her zeal
Well, you know,
is Go ahead.
I was gonna say, the Bruja. I mean, I don't know if this lore carried over, but originally their clan gatherings called rants and raves, right? Like they would have raves where all the get together and party, and they had rants where they would all get together and be angry. Like, so it does. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. We're
It
at a
does,
rave
actually.
club, and yeah, okay.
Her zeal is infectious. She taps into pent-up anger that you didn't know you had. The noisy club stops working for you both, so you hit the streets. Just as you're leaving, the DJ starts playing All the Things She Said by Tattoo. Of course, you chuckle to yourself, trying not to slip into a bad headspace. She chuckles along with you.
They're working so hard to establish a sense of time and place.
Yep. It's working, honestly.
Yeah. Wow.
It's chilly outside, but soon enough you find yourself too invested in listening to the girl's voice to care about anything else. You realize you've been holding hands for a while. The subway car is empty, save for a stoic middle-aged couple, and a drunk man staring intently at his own feet. Plenty of room to stretch out, and yet she sits right next to you. You can feel her thigh pressing into yours, her breath on the side of your neck. Maybe it's the booze talking, but you distinctly hear your voice asking if she'd like to crash at your place. I've got a better idea, she says. At this point, you're down for anything, as long as it lets you spend a few more minutes with her. She takes you into a sleazy motel in the Bronx, trading a few words with the balding, tired-looking guy at the front desk. She hands her a key, still holding your hand. The woman leads you up the stairs.
That is not a sleazy motel in the... I mean, it's dirty, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's
gorgeous.
dirty, but it's big. It's got some taste, you know?
Yeah. It's like those TV shows where they're like, I live in a really like shitty New York apartment, and then because it's television and they need a full stage, it's like the biggest, most spacious loft you've ever seen.
Absolutely. I feel like that opinion in regards to Friends is like, you know how like the stereotypical thing that like when you're watching Lord of the Rings, everyone goes, in this scene he actually broke his toe when he kicked that helmet.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like pointing out that the Friends apartment is too expensive for them is like another one of those, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
You can't show someone Friends without pointing it out.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. The room you end up in is almost comically stereotypical, complete with flaking paint and a sticky floor. Not that it matters, though. The moment you step through the door, she's on you.
Whoa.
Chat, cover your ears. Father cares to make sure that you're not traumatized by all of this, okay? You try to take the lead, but she's having none of it. Before you know it, you feel the rickety bed pressing against your back. It's sloppy, fun, fierce. Whoa. And not once does she lose the initiative.
Okay. Gamer reference.
Your hands reach under her t-shirt. Strange. It didn't look like she was cold outside, but now her skin feels eerily cool, as if sensing your confusion. She slaps your hands off of her. She kisses your neck. You are overwhelmed by the sensation. Darkness. The taste of liquid fire and smoke on your tongue. Her voice saying, Sorry, kid. I did what I had to do to leave this city in one piece. But don't worry. With my blood and your principles, you're gonna do just fine. Chat,
Ominous.
chat, stop swooning. Stop swooning, chat. You can do better, chat.
Yeah.
You can do better than a lady who talks politics to you in a bar, brings you to a dingy hotel, and then turns you into a vampire. As your father, I want better for you.
But do we want to do better, chat? Do we want to do better? I don't know. I don't know if we should listen to him.
Yeah, you can't stop the next generation, can you? They got to make their own mistakes.
They do, yeah. They got to go out and get bit by strange women in the streets.
It's true. It's the only way to learn.
Mm-hmm.
She slams the motel room door behind her as she leaves. You lie helpless on the soiled, pungent mattress for some time. Minutes, hours. Before you can focus enough to try and piece together your evening, it hits you. The big hunger, in all caps. It grips you by the throat and makes your insides shrivel in terror. It's an all-encompassing emptiness that throws you on all fours. Do you think...
After she left? What? Sorry.
I was going to say, do you think that the lady who bit us, our sire, do you think that was the person who we were, like, the point of view of in that opening scene, who's, like, just here to visit?
Oh, maybe. That would be interesting.
And, she doesn't want to do the favor, so she bid us instead to do the favor?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of, you in that narrative. That could be it, yeah. The only other thing I would say is that maybe this is a flashback, but if this isn't a flashback, then yeah, I would say that's probably likely. That she was sent to go and, embrace someone.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's my leading theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It grips you by the throat and makes your insides shrivel in terror. It's an all-encompassing emptiness that throws you on all fours. You crawl for a while, squirm on the floor in sundering pain, then jump to your feet and bust out the door. You black out. This isn't the room you saw when you last closed your eyes. Somebody curses at you. A small, naked, buff dude holding a short leather whip.
I've been there.
Chat, you can now swoon.
Yeah. That's the guy who knows how to party.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a goofy motherfucker.
He's gonna make you muffins in the morning, maybe a croissant. It's great.
He throws a punch. Okay.
Oh.
He yells out several slurs.
Never been more wrong.
He had a shot and he blew it, okay?
Yeah. This was milk. We got milkshake ducked.
Mm-hmm. He hits you in the jaw. You black out again. The guy isn't moving anymore. There's blood on his neck. I wonder what could have happened to him.
Yeah.
There's blood on his arms. There's blood on the floor. There's blood everywhere.
Oh. Wow. That's a lot of blood.
Wow.
Did any get in our mouth?
Whoever did this is one sick puppy. I say, knowing full well. This is what I say every time I've done something wrong. Wow, whoever did this sucks, you know?
There's cake everywhere. On the walls, on the floor. Who did this?
You realize you're sitting on top of his corpse.
Oh.
Anything could have happened.
Yeah. Probably tried to give him CPR.
Exactly, we were helping him.
Yeah.
You hear a whimper. Someone else is there. A woman. Her arms are tied to the bed frame. An eye mask over her face. Red marks on her back. This time, you see it happen. You want to stop, but can't. She almost manages to get a scream out, but it dies in her throat as you bite into the side of her neck. You drink.
Okay. I like that they're not giving you the opportunity in this moment to make choices.
Oh, yeah.
Because, that would have been a traditional game choice, right? Like, you savagely murder face this guy, and now you see his weird sex friend who might be a victim, might not be. What are you gonna do? But like, they're like, no, you're frenzying right now.
Oh, yeah.
You have no choice. I like
the
that.
beast
I like
is
that,
upon
actually.
us.
Yeah.
Blood. You're drinking blood. Yeah, -1 humanity, Morai.
Yeah.
You could swear you feel her life force escaping her body, entering yours. Suddenly terrified, you tear away from her. She's not moving, but she's breathing. There's barely a mark on her neck. The guy on the floor, though.
Oh, he did.
Ooh. I'm actually impressed just how much art there is in this game. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be just like, every character had like one figure, but like they've got like scenes and stuff.
Yeah, this is very elaborate. I mean, I haven't played a visual novel. This is very elaborate.
Oh yeah.
They even got like a little guy walking around in the back of that hallway. Like,
This is so well done.
crazy. Yeah.
You double over in a spasm, realizing what you did. You feel like throwing up, but can only gag. Nikki Valentine, you just got here. Have you missed much? You missed a sex scene and us getting turned into a vampire, but other than that, not a lot. We're a bruja, so we got seduced by some lady who talked politics to us in a bar, which very relatable.
And then we killed a bigoted Dommy daddy. We don't know if he was racist or sexist or what, but he did throw slurs around, so
Yeah,
he deserved it.
it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Panic sets in as another realization dawns on you. Your heart is not beating. You put 2 fingers to your wrist, but feel no pulse. Same thing on your neck. Nothing. We got an achievement. That probably didn't show up on your side,
but yeah, no.
yeah. There is no breath coming out of our mouth. You have to get out. Get someone to call an ambulance, for yourself at least. Probably too late for the dude on the floor. Did you really kill him?
Yes.
A stranger.
Johnny Silverhand.
It's Johnny Silverhand. Tisk, tisk, tisk. What a mess. You look up. The door to the room is ajar. A tall, handsome, broad-shouldered man fills the entire frame. He brushes an imaginary speck of dirt off his perfectly tailored suit. Yes, chat, now you can say daddy. Not about me, but about the guy. Oh, we get a choice. Our first choice.
Oh my god. And what a choice it is. Oh, I don't know.
How rational am I?
Do you think there's a flag mechanic going on here? Like it's secretly grading how like human you are or something?
It probably...
Or do you think this is just a default choice, like a...
I don't know. Oh, chat can't read these choices. Okay, hang on. I gotta...
Oh, really?
Go into my stream elements here. Okay, let me fix this.
Oh, yeah, because they're in the way. I see now.
Yeah, okay.
Move them up to the right.
Gaming overlay. Let's edit. Let's move the chat up. There. Save it. You should now be able to see it. Oh, there's still the donos on the bottom, kind of in the way. Okay.
Make them smaller?
I can do that. Having to do this on the fly. Love it.
Oh, yeah. That's streaming, dude. Stuff.
Yep.
It's everywhere.
Nothing to be done, really.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move this like that, and this like that, and like, come on. Stream elements. Alright, that's probably as good as we're gonna get on the fly.
Okay. I think it looks good.
Yeah. Works for me for now. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to say... Oh, did it save? Well, yeah, I think I'll just have to read out the... Actually, you know what? Let's just acknowledge the scuff today. And let's just, let's go without the background on this, thing.
Okay.
Let's go without the background on the donation tab stuff.
Okay.
There we go. It doesn't seem to have updated on my screen.
I'm looking at your YouTube thingy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got delay on your YouTube stream.
yeah,
So.
I'm not seeing any difference on my OBS. Whatever. I think I will have to fix this later.
Yes, we will march bravely forward.
We will march bravely forward. So the last option, chat, says this is not what it looks like. And I think that's going to be my answer. Because I know they're dead. Let's not play games here. Let's not call 911. I'm not trying to, like, shove this guy out of the way. I'm not getting past him.
Right.
So let's just make a this is not what it looks like joke. Because what else are we going to do in this situation?
Yeah.
Hey, man, this isn't what it looks like.
That's Soul Patch.
Yup. That's good to hear, but because where I'm standing, it looks like you're in a world of trouble. He surveys the room, not moving an inch from where he's standing. He shakes his head in mock concern. Murder, assault, that's 25 to life, if you're lucky. But since you're not, it's a death sentence. Nandor?
Little, like...
Stop saying Nandor!
Is that like the like screen printed like reflective stuff on his suit jacket?
Oh yeah, he's got the little.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's probably. I wouldn't say this is screen printed. This is probably real silk, real silk
but still,
embroidery.
It's pretty ostentatious. He's definitely new money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He takes a glance at his expensive-looking watch. Lucky for you, it's been a slow night. Otherwise, I might not have gotten here in time. Come on, the sun comes up in a few hours. You don't want to be around here when it does. The sun? I need a doctor, or fuck you, I'm not going anywhere. Why would I pick that? I'm currently standing in a crime scene.
Yeah. He's giving you a way out.
We were asking about a doctor before.
Yeah, I think that one makes sense.
Screw the sun, man. I need a doctor. Astral Fire is asking how Coteries of New York is so far. Well, we're not too far in, but I'm enjoying it so far. The art and the atmosphere has been gorgeous.
Yeah.
They've really went for a specific vibe, and they went hard for it, and thus far, they have pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
A doctor will do you about as much good as an undertaker at this point. The man approaches you and starts talking. His tone remains unnaturally calm. Oddly enough, you find it both soothing and slightly unnerving. Now, oh good.
What? Who? What?
Oh,
what?
I thought you were about to say something.
I said his presence. You know, he's using probably. I feel like that's their subtle way of being like vampires' powers on.
Yeah, you gotta hit me with all those little details, because I'm not a huge lore head on Masquerade.
Yeah, like the first like 1 or 2 dots of presence. If it was never a discipline I played very much, but just because I like the challenge of the social game. But yeah, it's the discipline that lets you be like I'm.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Now, Listen to me. I know this is all new to you, but I've dealt with hundreds of strays like you. And going by experience, they tend to fall into two categories. First, there are the smart ones who carefully obey my every word and don't try to pull off anything stupid. I always get them where they need to be, safe and sound. And then there are the dumb ones. The punks who thought they could take me on, the wise guys who tried to contact somebody, secretly and without permission. The troublemakers who tried to run off or make a scene. None of them got to their destination in one piece. In fact, most of them never reached their destination at all. His voice... I
don't think we should make a scene. I don't think we should do that.
No, yeah, this guy's got, like, big deal in the masquerade energy.
Yeah.
His voice becomes slightly bored and monotone. You can tell he's given this speech before, likely dozens of times. He's got it perfected. He's got a script.
Yeah, he does it in the bathroom mirror.
Yeah, he like recites it every time he's about to like go find some like newly converted vampire. He just goes into the bathroom and just like, you can do this the right way or the wrong way. So you see, while I generally consider myself pretty smart, I'm also a Mets fan.
What?
I feel like I don't know about this voice I've chosen for him now. You never know when they're going to say something completely out of pocket.
Yeah.
It's my one true weakness, one that inspired me to come up with a 3-strike system when dealing with pups like you. If you get on my nerves once or twice, well, I understand. Not all of us perform well in stressful situations. But cross me 3 times and you're out. No excuses, no forgiveness, no mercy. Oh, apparently we got some Mets fans in the chat.
The Mets. Oh my god. It's some like gangster shit, like fucking like mobs shit, right? Like, who's the director? God, what's his name? I'm blanking. Oh, you know that style of writing in Hollywood, where the fucking mobster is always like, you see, what I really like to do with my family is go to Disneyland. Because when I go to Disneyland, everything is, manicured and curated. There's nowhere you go where someone is in charge of your experience. That's not like the real world, kid, and I'm here to tell like always that kind of metaphor shit.
We have a guess in chat that is it Scorsese?
Yes, probably.
Yeah, it's a little bit Scorsese, for sure.
Yeah.
As he's talking, he slowly approaches you, adding a bit of a theatrical swagger to his walk.
He is an actor. He does do it in his mirror.
Absolutely. Eventually, okay, hang on. Do you want to take a clan guess on this guy before we find out the canon answer?
Shoots. I don't know. He likes sports, but he's also theatrical. He's very well dressed. Possibly a bruiser. Presence. I'm gonna say he's either a Toreador or a Ventru.
I feel like that's pretty safe. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with.
He kind of strikes me as one of those rich guys who goes to baseball games, but only in like the box seats.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Toreador just because. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Toreador just because there's a couple of the theatricality and everything. We'll see.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Eventually, he leans in, deliberately invading your personal space. You realize it's a test. He's daring you to do something about it. 3 strikes, and you're out. Say, I understand, sir. Now. You've never been too eager to bend the knee to anyone, but this is something else. The man's very presence instills a primal fear in your heart. Well, on one hand, what a waste of a 1 strike. What a waste of the first strike.
But how
On the
Bruja
other
are
hand,
you?
yeah, that's what I was going to say. But on the other hand, we are Bruja. But on the other hand, we are Bruja.
Yeah.
I think, okay, the last option is, what are you talking about? I think that's our way.
Okay.
We feign ignorance.
Yeah, we don't know if he's Ventrue yet, so we shouldn't tell him off.
Can't you just tell me what the hell is going on? Oh, fuck! We got our strike anyway. We wasted our first strike.
We could have gotten our one fuck out of the way. And
Yep. What a waste. Moving on, is there anyone you want to inform of your current situation? Tell them you're all right. He flashes his fangs briefly, and for some reason the sight sends a chill down your spine. There is something very wrong about him. Someone closest to you? I guess we tell him to,
yeah,
be like,
Ooh,
hey.
how hard was the breakup? Are we still in that stage where like we can't say the word X when they're not around? Where you still like there's the part of your lizard brain that wants everyone around you to think that you're still together because you can't accept it yet.
Or do we lie to protect this girlfriend from getting caught up in all this? That's the last option, by the way, chat, is lie. And I feel like he probably will. And is that a strike? Yeah, option 3 is lie, chat is asking. I feel like I don't want to waste another strike in the opening 5 minutes I've been a vampire. Yeah. So let's just say ex-girlfriend, straight and narrow.
Okay.
Jessica.
We've accepted it.
My ex-girlfriend. She kind of hates my guts, but yeah, I suppose it would be her. The stranger gives you a puzzled look and decides to prod further. The closest person in your life hates your guts.
Damn.
This time, something resembling a look of pity. He turns his eyes to the corpse on the floor. When it rains, it pours, I suppose. Well, if you'd like to ruin her day and let you know you're all right, give me her phone number. I'll have someone take care of it. Discreetly, of course. You hand him your smartphone so he can copy the number from your list of contacts.
Oh my god. This guy's definitely Ventrue, actually.
Oh yeah. Huge Ventrue vibes. Thank you. This will be useful in illustrating my next point.
Oh no.
Instead of giving you back your phone, the man hides it in his pocket. From this point on, you are subject to different laws than the ones you grew up under, and you'll be watched by many eyes to ensure these laws are respected. You are forbidden from letting anyone know you're still alive. You are forbidden from showing your face anywhere they know you. If anyone comes looking for you, it's over for both you and them. He interrupts his monotone recitation and stares deep into your eyes.
Ventrue.
So, unless you want your girlfriend to end up at the bottom of the Hudson, I suggest you cooperate. He proudly displays his fangs again. You've put Jess in danger. God damn it. But
be fine.
We didn't use a strike.
Yeah.
That counts for something.
It does.
I can only hope that you care for her enough to not do anything selfish.
Oh, brah.
His words are meant to imply otherwise, but by now it's obvious. He hates your guts as much as you hate his. He's itching for a fight, and you're almost willing to oblige. That would be a bad idea.
It would be. Yeah.
All right. I think that's enough lecturing for today. We're on a bit of a schedule here. Now, I don't need to hurt you, but I can do so in the blink of an eye. Just so that we're clear, I have the authority to end you right here, right now. This is not an idle threat. So, Are you going to play along, or do we have to do it the hard way?
So this guy is probably some lore. This guy is probably either the sheriff of the city or the scourge, which are the two vampire positions. Like most vampire cities will have a sheriff, someone who is sort of acts as the enforcer for the prince. They are usually a younger vampire, but strong and powerful, handle threats on their own.
Yeah.
Enforcers of the masquerade locally, but they could also be a scourge, and whether or not there's a scourge in a city, prince is. If the prince is a bloodthirsty, hater, then they'll usually have a scourge, because the scourge's job isn't so much to traditions or anything. It's to just go around, find unclaimed vampires themselves to the prince, and either drag them before the court as they like, or if they want, just destroy them.
Yeah,
they're basically population control. So this guy sounds a lot like a scourge, but he's so fancy he could be a sheriff.
He could be a well-behaved scourge. I guess we'll have to find out more. Yeah, chat's correct. Mike Gonzalez says we're Bruja, but we're not stupid.
Yeah.
So we're going to follow the stranger out. Let's not hit the game over screen.
Yeah.
You weigh your chances. Oh, good.
I mean, we could have punched him, and that probably would have just been strike 2, but,
Again, not keen on wasting all our strikes.
Yeah.
We get one more for free before he kills us, so let's not use it up.
This has always been me in World of Darkness LARPs, though. I'm like, how can I put every situation one of my characters... How can I push this to the absolute limit? Because I will commit and die in character right here, right now. I just want to actually struggle with some shit.
Well, we will get the opportunity. We're just not going to waste it. Fine. I'll go with you. He almost looks disappointed. A wise decision. Follow me, please, and close the door behind you. You take one final look at the woman, who's just coming to. At the body on the ground. This is fucked. Absolutely fucked. You pull the handle and close the door. The man leads you downstairs. You contemplate signaling the bald guy at the front desk, but he's too busy watching some 90s action flick on a small, ancient-looking TV. He seems totally oblivious of your presence. No, yeah, Joe, the vampire, or the woman who we bit isn't dead, because feeding on its own doesn't kill people, and I think you have to do something specific to turn her into a vampire, so she should be all good.
Mm-hmm. Nice. They're watching Universal Soldier.
You hear a dejected Jean-Claude Van Damme say, "I just want to go home," as you're walking by. Sorry about the coughing, as I said, cold. Your would-be kidnapper stops by the door and addresses you before opening it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, as soon as he opens the door, I'm making a run for it. Maybe I can outrun him. I'll save you the trouble. You can't.
Okay.
You can either get inside my car and I'll get you to where you need to be, or you can try something stupid that you'll regret later. Do I make myself clear? Yeah. Why doesn't he turn me in? That does seem like the obvious choice.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just turn me in? Because no one would benefit from that. And besides, I have my orders. He opens the door and gestures to a black Cadillac Escalade parked right outside the building. See, they have so much art.
Escalade.
They have so much art they made in the game. They just have an outside the club art for some reason.
Yeah, with the animations and the light effects and everything. Man,
God damn. This game is stunning.
Mm-hmm.
After you. I'm not gonna run.
Oh, yeah.
Following the stranger's instructions, you make your way to the car and get in the back seat. The door locks behind you.
I'm a little bit back on the Toreador train, though, for this guy.
Yeah?
Just because of his whole thing about, like... Well, his whole thing, like, they've referenced presence specifically. They said his presence does whatever to you. But also, he just said, like, you can't outrun me, and, like, the Ventru... Like, the Ventru have fortitude, typically, whereas the Toreador in Clan have celerity. But I also don't know, like... Are they doing the thing where every NPC only has their traditional clan spread? Or are they built like player characters where they might dip from all over the place? Like,
right. I don't know.
I'm back in the Toreador camp, though. I'm back in the Toreador camp.
He might have just, like... I mean, if he's a lower generation, I believe they're like, just default a little bit faster, right?
Yeah. Because vampires can, like, you know, they're slightly better than human anyway, but...
Yeah.
I'm definitely back on Camp Toreador, though. I'm back on Team Toreador.
I'm still a Ventru loyalist here. Inside, the Cadillac is almost entirely dark. The side windows seem light-proof. The man gets in the driver's seat, starts the engine, and drives away without another word.
Okay.
Are we going to a hospital? That is where I want to go.
Yeah.
If you're taking me to a hospital, I doubt my insurance can cover it.
God, this game keeps getting real.
The good news is, medical bills aren't likely to be a concern anymore.
Oh, hallelujah.
It's paradise. He weighs his next words carefully. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not in the mood to wax poetic about the state you're in or my role in tonight's events. Just remember, if you want to survive the next 24 hours, you'll have to play along. Last option is This is a Nightmare, which I think is about what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah.
This is all a fucking nightmare. The stranger smirks. Understand that this is for your own good. Times being what they are, you should consider yourself lucky. You drive in silence for about 20 more minutes as exhaustion catches up with you. The streetlights fade into a blur. Eventually, the car stops and the doors open. You emerge from your dreamlike state and find yourself in some kind of underground parking garage. You two are the only ones here. The man points to a nearby door. Go on in and make yourself comfortable. If you get hungry, again, take a look in the fridge. I'll pick you up tomorrow, and you'll get your answers. Behind the door...
It's gonna be food in the fridge.
I think it's gonna be, blood bags. Or like a body part or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Behind the door is a small room. No windows. Just a simple bed and a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. A small fridge is humming away in the corner, accompanied by a rattling AC fan in the wall. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
This is all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah.
Trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. Just know one thing. Remember when I said you were lucky? I meant it. See, my job is to get rid of problems, but I'm not always this polite about it. This time, I was specifically told to mind my manners. He is a scourge, for sure.
Yeah.
We were just thinking, like, that was the only reason we said he wasn't, was because he was too polite. He's for sure a scourge.
Yeah, 100%.
So believe me when I tell you, considering how this night could have turned out, being stuck in here for a night is a really good deal. Now get in, or I'll throw you in. We're going in. You step inside. The stranger nods. This is the room, eh? This is shit.
Yeah. It really is just a utility room.
Good night. He closes the door behind you. It looks sturdy, but as he's locking it, you notice claw marks all over. Looks like some previous guests weren't satisfied with their stay. And now that we're done that scene, I have to blow my nose and also pull my dinner out of the oven. I will be right back.
Yes.
There's a good chance.
Change my audio source a little bit here.
Sounds good. Chat, entertain yourself.
Yes, chat. Hello, chat. How are you? While Will is away, what secrets do we want to spill? No. He's left me alone with you. Lost in the Abyss? Oh god, no, I hope not. The Abyss is a horrible place in the world of darkness. We're gonna be going there in the Wraith campaign. Don't tell Will. Don't tell Will. Man. This art is great, actually. I need to find an artist like this for, like, stuff. Do vampires sleep during the day? They do. In classic World of Darkness, yeah, they are actually overcome with the need to sleep. So they wake up, and then the sun comes up, and then they're just sort of forced into slumber by the rising of the sun. They can resist it, but yeah, it's like a coma. Like, they don't. And they can resist it. It's very difficult to stay awake, but younger ones, the thinner your blood, the easier it is to stay up during. But the less fortitude you have, yeah. Razorvine Wraith is so good. I know, like, but it's such a hard game to sell people on. Honestly, I think the only reason nerds thing is because of the value of just showing people how it plays, right? I think if this was just like me and them being like. And me being like, hey, you want to play Wraith just for funsies? I don't know that I could have gotten people on with it. And no, we're not using 20th anniversary. We're actually... so one of the things, because the Handful of Nerds stuff is kind of about playtesting, and one of the things I wanted to do, introduce them to the earliest versions of the games. Actually using the rule set from Wraith First Edition, which is the version that I first played a long time ago. So that's going to be fun. Hello, welcome back. I didn't say anything.
So I hear we're going to the Abyss.
No! Damn it!
Headphones were on!
Who told? Oh, shit!
You were also asking about an artist. There was one actually in the World of Darkness subreddit recently who was advertising. They're like a for-hire artist who can do like this art style perfectly. I think they charge pretty professional prices, though, sadly.
Of course, yeah. No, because these animated backgrounds are fucking killer. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. Although I do got to say that fan in the corner there is definitely not an AC. That is not there to cool. Not that the vampire would care about cool or hot anymore. They can't feel temperature. But that's just there to keep the air circulating.
We decide not to dwell on it and check the fridge.
Yeah.
There's a single plastic bag there filled with red liquid, no label. Tomato soup? Good guess.
Come on!
You feel sick to your stomach. Best leave it for now.
It doesn't look anything like tomato soup.
Welcome to... I mean, you thought Canadians were weird with our bagged milk. Get ready for bagged blood. I'm picturing like a shopping bag.
Yeah.
With a bunch of messily drained blood in it. You lie down on the bed. It's a simple mattress on a metal frame.
Yeah.
You can't help but think it looks exactly like the one back at the hotel with the bound woman. Oh, right. You killed a man tonight. Or did you?
You definitely did.
I didn't. No. There's no evidence of that. Maybe none of this is real. Maybe it's all an elaborate prank.
Oh yeah.
The girl at the
Could
club.
be like that one movie
True.
where they make you play a game. The whole movie is a LARP, but the one guy doesn't know it. Yeah.
Oh.
Tomato soup. Don't be ridiculous. That's obviously strawberry jam.
It's strawberry jam, of course.
Oh yes, delicious.
We got to guess that it was borscht. Thank you for the donation,
Borscht, yeah.
Lucas. The girl at the club. Jess might have put her up to it. The tall guy's clearly in on it too. Now he's back with them, and they're all laughing their asses off. Yeah, our ex just did this. It's elaborate revenge.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know what their relationship was like for him to think that she... That or he's reaching. Damn.
She was saying we have mental health issues. Maybe she was a real gaslighter.
True.
You don't know what to think anymore. Your mind races, but you're too tired to keep it going. Finally, you tense up one last time before drifting away into oblivion.
No, don't say oblivion.
Don't say oblivion. We don't go to oblivion. Oblivion is something specific.
That means something, yeah.
You wake up. That, in itself, is a surprise. You barely remember when you drifted off. It didn't feel quite like sleep, more like plummeting into an endless void. You imagine that's how death feels like.
Funny he should say that.
The room is unchanged. The lamp is still on. The AC is still rattling, the refrigerator still humming. You take a look at your watch. It's almost 9 p.m. You've slept for 17 hours straight.
Ooh, sounds like my usual. Sounds like my life before narcolepsy medication.
We got a real kindred here.
Yeah.
A real live kindred doing the co-stream today. What's your clan?
My clan? Oh, probably, honest to God, probably a Kaitif. Probably a Kaitif. That or maybe a Kavian, but probably a Kaitif, to be honest.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I have no clan. I'm special, but not that great.
Maybe you died. Your breath is gone and you feel no thumping in your chest. Does that qualify as dead if you're still conscious?
Mm-hmm. What happened to the music? Does the music go for everybody else?
The music's not there right now.
Okay.
There's no music in this room. You're not sure about that, but you are certain about one thing. You're hungry. It's not your stomach rumbling, though. Okay, you're gonna have to take care, or you're gonna have to take over as narrator for a second while I blow my nose here.
Okay. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest, throat, and back of the head. Click. You open the fridge. The bag is still there. You take a closer look at it. If it's soup, then the color and texture are off. You pull the cork out, take a whiff, and you recognize it's tomato soup. Delicious.
Okay, nose clear
Oh, good.
for now.
Bombing out here. No.
Holy shit. There's no mistaking it. It's bagged blood.
Ooh.
The smell is faint, and you remember some situations in the past where you found it nauseating. But now, it's almost... No, not almost. It's enticing. Obviously, I'm going to drink it. I don't want to get all blood hungry.
Yeah.
It feels wrong, but right now, there's barely anything in your life that doesn't. To hell with it. You pour a bit of the liquid into your mouth. It tastes bland, reminds you of cheap supermarket juice. Just enough flavor to register as what it claims to be on the box. But nothing like the real thing.
Okay.
Isn't the whole thing with kindred feeding is that like there's like a psychic element to it where like you're draining the life. Does it work if you're like just drinking from a bag?
Yes, in the old world of darkness, in this, unless they're going off of, unless something changed in like 5e and that's what this is based on or something like that. The vampires could drink blood as long as it had been actively preserved. If I recall correctly, and then in the new world of darkness, it has to be a person. I'm trying to remember though. It's been so long.
People are saying,
but blood bags are a thing. Yeah.
It feeds you, but it doesn't like satisfy you. Got it.
Yeah. Because the Giovanni are known often. Like one of the things you could do in the rule set was like you could have influence, like blood banks and stuff, which you could then use to like periodically like get yourself some food, some snack.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing like what we had the last time. You swallow it. Somehow you don't feel sick. In a weird, messed up way, you can't help but think it feels nourishing.
Mm-hmm.
You take a few more sips, and then just another one. Suck on the bag a little more. Eventually you find that you've emptied it entirely. You look at the info pressed to the side of the bag. 450 milliliters of it. Quite a lot of blood. Even with its blandness, you still feel like having more. You realize your body longs for that intoxicating high you felt when an image of that corpse crosses your mind, causing you to wince. What have you become?
I think it's obvious.
Definitely a werewolf.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Possibly a changeling.
For sure.
Yeah. This is the start of your magical fairy life. Like
You try to piece your thoughts together, make sense of it all. When you hear the lock click and see the door open, standing there is the well-dressed stranger we met yesterday.
Oh.
Immaculate suit again, that predatory look like a hawk on a hunt, but somehow more relaxed tonight, so like a tamed hawk, maybe. Good evening. Sleep well? He notices the discarded, emptied bag. I see you had a bit of a snack.
Nom nom nom.
This is fucked up!
Just over and over again.
It's fucked up!
Oh.
My Bruja's just like every vampire he sees. He just goes, fucked up, man! A snack? Dude, that was fucking blood. What the fuck did you do to me? Are you part of some rich people's child-eating cult?
Oh, no.
My light has gone off in the background. Let me see what is going on here.
Uh-oh, they're coming for you, Will. You've spent too much time violating the masquerade on YouTube. They're here for you now. Run. Run, Will. Escape.
I see. My power bar wasn't plugged in. It was just running on battery here.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, hang on. The backup light will save me until I can find the plug.
I mean, your lighting on your screen looks pretty okay. Like, you know, you got the...
We need daylight now. I got streamer light wands and stuff. I can do whatever I want.
Oh god, it's so bright.
Daylight has come to us. We'll get that sweet previous light soon.
Oh no.
We're going all the way under the desk. Ah!
The lighting needs to be more bisexual. Yeah, I agree. Oh, where did? Oh, there. There he is. Or there is a. Hey, that's a werewolf couch in the background, Will. What are you doing? What's with the wolf print? Huh? You trying to tell us something, Will? I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me, Will. I know your secrets now. Will's a werewolf, isn't he? That would make the most sense to me. I think he looks like the kind of guy who would be a werewolf. For sure. Does the Technocracy have book Starship Trooper level power armor with king? I mean, I feel like the Technocracy is good, but they usually have like the hit marks. Will's back.
I am back. And yes,
Okay.
I forgot to give the little intro that I usually give when I start a stream. One moment here. Welcome to the William... Oh, shit, that's the wrong button. There's the just chatting. Welcome, everyone, to the William SRD stream. Inside of this stream, there are 2 wolves.
Oh.
Okay, let's return to the game.
Okay. Yes. That's 3 wolves, Will.
Usually one's a little bit more hidden in the couch.
Okay.
Inside of this stream, there are 3 wolves.
It is the beard razor vine. Beards are very werewolf coded in the world of darkness for sure.
Delicious lasagna. Okay. Instead of replying, the stranger gives you a pitiful look. Come on, we've got places to be. The car is humming in the empty parking lot just outside the door of the cramped room you have spent the day in. The man motions to it politely, but with a stern look on his face. The game is determined to keep giving me options that will get myself killed.
Yeah,
Hijack the car is the bottom one. That's not happening. We're not
No.
going to succeed at rushing the stranger. I am adequately frightened of this person.
Okay.
We're just going to get inside the car. We are a rebel, but that doesn't mean that we think we're invincible.
True. Yeah.
I'm trusting you here, man. I'm touched. Sincerely. Ah, there's the music again. It's back.
Yeah. You know, when a vampire says sincerely or with all due respect, that's them telling you to eat shit.
See, I should eat my lasagna real messy so I get red all over my mouth. That's exactly the play right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Helps the stream's immersion. You take the back seat again. The doors lock. The stranger takes the wheel and starts the car.
There's lasagna everywhere. On the walls, on the floor.
That's
on
what
your
was in the
face.
fridge.
Yeah. It was just like a blended up lasagna put in a vat. Oh. So, no.
That's somehow grosser than the idea of drinking blood.
Yeah, it really is.
You drive in silence for a while. From time to time, you keep trying to catch glimpses of familiar streets or landmarks through the blackened windows, but it's of little use. The car is also soundproofed, so all you can hear is a bit of traffic humming and the car's engine. The driver doesn't say anything and just seems focused on the road. You check the door handle. Yeah, the door is locked all right. We've been damned by child locks. The piece of dark glass separating you and the front of the car looks sturdy too. There is nothing left to do but wait.
Okay.
You didn't have time to think about it before, but you realize now that you're hungry. No, not exactly. It's not a rumbling stomach that grabs your attention. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest, throat, and back of the head. You'd try to extract some information out of the man behind the wheel, but you realize you'd prefer to bask in the afterglow of your last meal.
The bag or the
person? Yes or no?
Ooh, we just got a question here.
Yeah.
Olives in a lasagna, yes or no?
Oh.
Ooh, I've never had it, but that could be good.
Yeah, I don't like olives myself. Say no for me, but it does sound like that would be people who are into olives.
Lot of no's in chat. I've never heard of olives in lasagna. I could dig it. I think more lasagna should have mushrooms in it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything that goes on pizza could probably go in a lasagna, and
Absolutely.
not me, but you know,
Although
you could
I
have
don't
a
know.
pineapple lasagna.
No, that's weird. We've finally, as a society, moved past the whole pineapple on pizza debate, and now you've just like moved it to the next level. Pineapple in lasagna? Anyone?
How about it?
I'm going to get another bowl of lasagna. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, do it. How close is a deep dish pizza to being lasagna? Oh. I mean, I feel like for deep dish, the layers are just it's layers of cheese and then sauce and meat, right? Like it's not like layers of bread. Whereas, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it would taste similar in the same way that like a lasagna kind of tastes like a bolognese. Like it's just the textures are different, right? That's like all of those pasta descended dishes are all the same. You're just doing a different texture. Quick, what tribe of werewolf is Will? Fianna. Fianna. He's a Fianna Galliard, 100%. Might be an argument for like a Fianna Ragabash, but probably, I would say a Galliard.
I don't know my werewolf clan super hard, so
yeah,
I will.
no,
I'll just accept it.
Trust me. Trust. Yeah.
Okay. You're the expert. I believe you. You know me.
Trust. Yeah.
Okay. You wouldn't have expected it, but you spent the rest of the trip lost in your thoughts. A lot of them concern blood. It takes you another 20 or so minutes to get to your destination. As the door opens, you try to get your bearings. You're still in New York. That much is certain. Queens, maybe. After me. No sudden movements, please. You approach a nice-looking building that houses a 2-story gallery called the Art Hole. 2 large men in suits flank the door on both sides, and they give your companion a nod as you approach. Prompted by the stranger guiding you, you walk inside. The gallery is full, which is unusual at this hour, to say the least.
Definitely Toreador.
Oh, yeah. About 24 faces fill the showroom, and a number of waiters navigate the gathering, serving drinks. All of them are beneath the guests' attention. The visitors are well dressed, for the most part, but it's unclear what they have gathered here for.
The art, obviously.
The art, of course. It's beautiful.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah.
Nobody seems particularly interested in the art pieces. And the atmosphere is polite, unnaturally so. Many guests turn to look at you and the stranger who brought you here. Their glances are varied. You see open contempt on a few faces and animated interest on others. Most of the eyes in the room calmly observe you, as if wishing to appraise your worth. The last time you felt like this was at your previous job interview.
Oh, God.
It was like being a piece of livestock inspected from all sides for any imperfection, so your wage could be haggled down. It was dehumanizing and made you feel dirty.
Mm-hmm.
When they called you the next day to offer you the job, you declined. Even when you're a nobody, you become even less if you trade away your dignity for a paycheck.
Yes, get that 90s vibe going.
Oh, yeah. The memory makes you feel warmer inside even now, although the state of your bank account never did. Good evening,
woman.
Kadir. And you. Oh, wait. Do you want to be the woman?
Yeah, sure. Good evening, Kadir. And to you, child.
The noble, cold voice takes you out of your head and back to the situation at hand.
Okay, cool.
The gallery, a crowd of strangers. You being brought here against your will. For what purpose? The room awaits your response. Not a child.
So how
the
the
Shadowrun game's going?
Oh, Shadowruns. I haven't started the next ones yet. I will probably be starting them in like November, December kind of time. I will keep you guys appraised and stuff as I go. But yeah, I'm usually not too many games ahead of what my reviews are. Usually I've kind of like half played the next game by the time a video comes out. And Shadowrun's not coming till like probably December at earliest, the next game, so yeah, haven't touched it yet. And we're going to say to this room, because we are a Bruja, we're going to say, not a child. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Who are you calling a child? The Prince of New York City, Helene Pennard, child of Michaela, is addressing you, whelp. You will show respect.
My sheriff. This harshness is unnecessary. This fledgling clearly does not our goal. And hard.
She is somewhat plain-looking and doesn't seem to possess a great deal of charm, but still the entire room is intently focused on her voice. She has influence over these people. That much is clear.
You may address me as Prince, child. I realize your introduction into...
Oh, sure. You're cutting out a little bit.
Oh, am I? Said, you may address me as Prince. I realize your introduction into unlife was left shortly after.
You cut out at exactly the same point there.
Where? Where did I cut out?
I think you said introduction into unlife, but we can move on from this line. People have read it.
I might have been pausing dramatically.
Got it.
Yeah. The rules of our society dictate I punish you both for this transgression.
A murmur of agreement, maybe, can be heard from the gathered audience.
But I am willing to listen to what the sheriff about the circumstances.
You may want to turn yourself up on Discord. I think that's Discord attacking your noise.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. It's their crisp. Let's see, voice. Scroll down. Chris. No, I got voice attenuations all off.
In the meantime, punishment for what? We did nothing wrong. What is the crime? Being Bruja? Being super cool? Talking politics at a bar? I've done nothing wrong. Punish me? Are you serious? For what exactly? The sins of the... Oh, right. I'm not reading this one.
Let's see here. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, let me just do this. Let me clip this here. The sins of the father, so to speak. We have certain rules. One of them is that it is unlawful to create progeny without the prince's approval. My approval. Your sire never bothered to ask for. You are about to be judged by the court of New York City. Kadir, please tell us how you found this fledgling and what happened on your way here.
Court. Prince, is this some kind of secret society make-believe? A trusted
LARP?
informant, who has chosen to remain anonymous at this time, tipped me off about a suspicious kindred appearing in one of our domains. Upon investigating, I found them gone, but this fledgling remained in their place. The hunger made him savage a prostitute and his client in a Bronx brothel belonging to one of the ministry. I have
It's definitely 5e.
I have already spoken to Sansariq about this and made sure it'll blow over. Regarding the fledgling himself, surprisingly enough, he offered little resistance last night and cooperated on our way to the safe house. I was pleased to not have to force his compliance. We had a quick chat, but wishing to appear here post-haste, I urged him to join me, which he did without struggle. Again, a pleasant departure from my usual routine. His thirst partially slaked with the bagged blood we kept in the safe house, we had a pleasant enough drive here. The story ends with us arriving at Elysium tonight.
So Elysiums are where vampires cannot hurt each other.
Ooh.
They are not allowed to commit violence.
If I was a vampire, I would only hang out there, ever.
Yeah.
Never
There's
leave.
a role for that.
Really?
There's a vampire who... Yeah, in City... And they often live on the themselves. On Elysium grounds, they have absolute second only to the prince.
Ooh. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
That's for me. Sounds safe.
Yeah.
All eyes are on you again. You take a special interest in one of the faces. It's a beautiful woman, with curly, almost blood-red hair and a dress to match. You see her whispering to some bespectacled man with an absent-minded look on his face. Who is she, you wonder?
Thank you, Kadir.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Yeah. I take note of this fledgling's behavior and will take it into consideration later.
She turns her attention to you.
First, there is the matter of your sire. The person who brought you where Kadir picked you up from last night. Who were they?
Feisty lady. A Latina woman, very radical, unless she convincingly lied to me. She was special, extraordinary. She had fire, conviction, temper. She seduced me. Easily, in fact. Made me think she wanted me. I fell for it, and now I'm here. It feels awkward talking to yeah, we did definitely just sell out our sire, but she made it clear she was leaving the city, and I gotta take care of myself here. She just she birthed us, she sired us, and then fucking ran, so what loyalty do I owe her?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know her.
It feels awkward talking to a room full of strangers about what seemed like a random one-night stand at the time. Not to mention that even though the Latina made an impression on you for sure, her face is already fading from your mind. You you realize she never even told you her name. Well, Kadir? Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kadir, does that sound familiar?
No, it does not. Or at least not familiar enough. I will continue the search after we're done here. Okay, I'm not gonna fully sell out my sire here.
Yeah.
The bottom option is to say that the receptionist she spoke to might know her. I'm not gonna pick that one. I'm not gonna I'm happy to sell out my sire a little bit for my own survival, but I'm not gonna actively go out of my way to help them.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens now? Well, that's as much as you're getting out of me. What now? Now it's time to decide your fate, fledgling. What shall I do with the fledgling, my prince?
What is your recommendation, my sheriff?
The traditions are clear. Thou shalt only sire another with the permission of thine elder. If thou createst another without thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall be slain. I am ready to fulfill my duty.
Dun dun dun. Stay your hand for just a moment longer. I wish to consult my counsel on this. Make sure everyone is in agreement.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
The Primogen Council.
Bro, this game, we got spawn camped here.
Yeah.
He seems strangely relieved. The prince leaves the main showroom, and a handful of people follow her out. You're about to ask this Kadir what all that happened, or what all that talk of traditions and councils was, when the red-haired woman approaches the two of you. Sophie. You want to take this one?
Sure. She's like, Sheriff, I was wondering if I could have a word with Ledge.
What for? She lowers her voice in response.
Come now, Kadir. We all know what the verdict is going to be. Let me speak to them. You might not have to stain your hands tonight after all.
Her words grab his attention. His face is hard to read. It's like several emotions are struggling for domination. Anger, sadness, hope, gratitude, resolve. I'll go get my sword. He steps out of the room the way you came, and you are left in the showroom with the woman in the red dress. She takes you aside, and the eyes of the remaining guests follow you.
Well then, fledgling, you are in quite the pickle.
What was that about a sword? What is this circus? Or what do you mean? I'm quite concerned about the manner of my execution.
Yeah.
Wait, did I hear that right? What did he say about a sword? Your hearing isn't... Oh.
Your hearing isn't faulty. We only have a short while before the prince here played, so listen. Last night, you became a vampire.
Dun dun dun.
Duh.
Wait, what?
Oh yes, I am well aware of how ridiculous that sounds. It's the reason why we have these nicer words for it. Kindred, being embraced, having a sire. The fact remains that the beings called vampires, you're looking at them, they're us.
You glance around. Some of the guests are still occasionally looking at you, commenting on you in hushed tones. Many of the patrons are pale. Really pale. Most holding glasses of wine. No, not wine. That's not the right thickness, and not the right color either. You're trying to come up with something sensible to say, but you're drawing a blank. It makes a morbid kind of sense. You drank blood last night, there's no denying it, and your breathing has not returned. Your heart remains still. A vampire. Two voices in your head start battling for supremacy. One of them slowly begins to put everything that happened since yesterday together, coming to a conclusion that no matter how insane it might seem, nothing but what she's saying makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
The other voice just keeps saying, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, on repeat. Inside of us there are two wolves.
Two wolves. You're surprised? That's often how it plays out by design. Kadir deliberately keeping you in the dark and all. If we do nothing, you'll be cut down. As sure as day follows night. But I'm here to offer you a chance, a way out, under one condition. I will take you under my wing. If you're lucky, the prince will be in a good mood tonight, and your deference to Kadir will be in your favor. She might agree to this, but only if you swear fealty.
Quick note. I love how in Vampire the Masquerade, like, color art, even like into the 90s, I love how they do the vampire eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so much better than just, like, boring red vampire eyes. They're, like, kind of silvery, kind of metallic. I love it. They have it going on even in Kindred the Embraced. I just, like, rewatched it the other day for a video, and, like, goddamn, they do such a good job on the vampire eyes all across time and history.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not making this offer lightly. As your patron, I will take responsibility for you. Your actions will reflect me. If they reflect negatively, well, I'll make sure you face the consequences.
You'll make me your servant? I am concerned about this. I am a Bruja.
It's valuable concern.
So let me get this straight. You'll make me your servant in exchange for my life? That's the deal?
If you insist on putting it in such pedestrian terms, yes. That is the deal, as you so eloquently. The alternative is fear. Final death. At the hands of Kadir. Here. Tonight.
Steps and hushed voices can be heard from the side room. It seems the prince and her council are returning to the showroom. Kadir appears from downstairs as well and starts walking towards you.
When you hear the verdict, ask to be spared. I will intervene. Remember my condition.
She flashes a heart-melting smile towards Kadir, who does not smile back. The sheriff's immaculate suit is now complemented by a covered, oriental-looking metal scabbard, fastened with a colorful sash around his waist. It would look vaguely ridiculous if it wasn't surprisingly intimidating first and foremost. Kadir takes his place next to you and observes as the prince takes center stage again.
Loyal kindred of the New York City Camarilla gathered here tonight. I have made my decision regarding this.
She briefly addresses you.
I want you to know that this was not an easy decision to make. For your part, you've not done anything. Our ire. I do feel a genuine sorrow for what must be done. We are all keenly aware that these nights, we need to close our ranks, trust the wisdom of our elders, traditions more than ever before. There's no place for tolerating dissent when our very existence is under constant threat. Although I acknowledge some of my council's divergent opinions on this.
Shane Sullivan, you got a dip? Goodbye! Thank you for attending the stream.
Good night, Shane.
She takes a look specifically at one of the people who left the room before, a rather plainly dressed, shy-looking man whose skin has a somewhat healthier tone. He bows his head in deference.
I hold the final authority over this fledgling's fate, and I declare that while their embrace might be the sire's responsibility, in their absence it is their progeny that must be punished. The sentence is final death, to be resolved presently. Kadir?
You hear a scraping sound and see that the sheriff has unsheathed his curved sword. It is a beautifully detailed blade which you expect must be worth a small fortune. Its apparent sharpness makes you freeze up. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. His quiet mumble is audible to nobody but you. As his eyes meet yours, you note just a hint of sadness in his countenance, one that quickly vanishes to give way to grim determination.
He kind of likes you.
And he's out to bat. You will not get another chance to speak up. Now we can ask for help, which is probably the safe thing to do.
Right.
I feel like defiantly remaining silent is very much the brouhaha thing to do here.
Yeah.
But that's also the dead brouhaha thing to do.
Right. Trying to escape the gallery, I mean... How open is this game?
I don't know.
I mean, it's text, so it has the potential to be very open.
It's true. I think escape is more likely to mean death. I think remaining silent might mean that the other person speaks up on our behalf and we can maintain our brouhaha cred.
Could be. Did she say to ask for mercy, though? Or...
She did say to do that.
Yeah, so... I mean, we've been presented 2 NPCs as well. We spoke with her, and then the higher humanity vampire, a little bit warmer, was referenced as wanting us to live. So
can I save? No.
Yeah, yes.
I can only save and
scum.
exit. I'm gonna try it.
Question.
I'm gonna remain silent and see how this goes for us. I'm gonna stoically look him right in the eye. I'm nobody's servant. You meet the red-haired woman's gaze. She's looking at you expectantly. You sink into despair. You are dead. She confirmed as much. And now you're expected to become a slave? Your life is over. That's all there is to it. Whatever this nightmare is, it's time for it to end. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. I feel like we chose the wrong thing. I'm waiting for you to wake up. Okay. Yeah, we're dead.
No, now it's a wraith.
There is no stirring. Yeah, now we transition to wraith. An endless void of nothingness. An endless void of nothingness. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the wraith game. The endless void of
Okay. Well, let's see. Where's our last checkpoint? Or do we have to speed run this?
They just murder you.
I thought we could make it. I thought we could be stoic about all this. Roll credits and everything. Wow.
Christoph Sieba. Okay.
Well, hopefully there's a save point. There isn't.
Yeah,
okay, let's speed run.
Wow.
We can speed run this. We can speed run.
Bruh. William SR Speed. No. While you speed run, I'll be right back.
Yep.
Mute myself here quickly.
Okay, we're speed running. We can do it, everybody. We can progress this plot at the speed of click. Da 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 da. Okay, we got to be a brouhaha. Now let's stop being a brouhaha for like 5 fucking minutes. The first and only time I actually rebelled in this game, and look what happens. There's a lot of clicking. Now what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna make one change here. Which is I'm not going to waste my first strike on this guy. Other than that, we're as at the same choices as last time. Cool. I'm gonna keep the fact that I ratted out my girlfriend. Follow the stranger out. Blah, 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 blah. Why don't you turn me in? Blah, 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 blah. Go inside the car. We can do this, everybody. I feel like jealous of the people who like are watching the VOD and can just like skip 5 minutes in the timeline. We have to go through the slow way.
Oh my god. I'm being so gross right now.
Oh yeah, what you doing?
I made myself a snack, and it's literally so. I grew up, eating beloved sandwiches, like a lot of Americans, and I don't have any bologna, so it's just 2 pieces of white bread and mayonnaise. It's just a mayonnaise sandwich. This is why I'm working
just
on
a mayonnaise
YouTuber.
sandwich. You got to keep some tuna around or something.
I ate my last can of tuna yesterday. But this is why I'm becoming a VTuber. Will it's because I make bad decisions.
Bad decisions. What did I do? Punish me for what? We're almost there.
Thank you, Mike. Mayo and bread is not that bad. I mean, we put all on bread. It's just a fat on. Billy, if I had an air fryer, then I would be eating an air fried mayonnaise sandwich, and that would it would be worse.
What was that about a sword? We're almost there.
I actually got through that really quick.
Yeah, it didn't take too long. Hey,
right.
Here's a great idea.
Yeah.
What if I ask for mercy?
Oh my.
I make my choice. I'm not going down like this, damn it. Spare me. Why didn't I say that last time?
Prince, if I may ask you to stay the sheriff's hand for a while longer?
Kadir looks at the prince, awaiting her response. The sword is still hanging above you, threatening to fall at a moment's notice.
Is there something you'd like to say, Miss Langley? Yes, if I may.
At first, the prince looks somewhat annoyed at the distraction, but she stays quiet for a while, measuring the mood in the room. The bored elites suddenly look at you with aroused interest, some of them dismayed at not seeing the bloodshed, but all intrigued by the unexpected twist. The prince nods.
They're all standing there like Victorian aristocrats, being like,
oh.
Leaning in with their little opera glasses, like, oh. What a twist. No. Well, let's hear it.
Sophie takes a few steps forwards. All eyes are on her now, but Kadir's heavy hand on your shoulder makes it clear you won't take advantage of the distraction.
Kadir's warm, heavy, masculine hand. I mean,
enough about the hand.
My prince, while the traditions are clear, I believe that the proper context should be observed in addition to the letter of our laws. This fledgling is a burden, but with proper guidance, they could become an asset to our domain. Am I to understand you are volunteering to take this sireless child under your protection? Yes. I happen to think they might hold a potential base. I do expect their full cooperation, of course.
Whiskers can be heard
Whiskers.
again.
Meow.
Whiskers, meow. An incredible voice or two. A hushed, just behead the motherfucker. Some suppressed exclamations of surprise.
A cat in the corner raises his opera glasses. Silence. I ask all of you to make a note of this moment. I might be persuaded to bend one tradition in child's favor, but another will have to be enforced even more firmly in its stead. Until thy progeny shall be released, thou shalt command them in all. Their sins are thine to endure. Are you certain that's a responsibility, Miss Langley?
Ooh.
I'm willing to guide this fledgling and add a valuable ally to our sect in a time of need. Yes. But I would like to receive the right of destruction over them. If it pleases you.
Please give me the right to just fucking cap us in the head.
Mm-hmm. God.
I have learned better than to be defiant.
Yeah.
I was defiant once. I will
Narrowed in.
let me beg. We grovel. I am worth keeping alive, Prince. Give me a chance to prove myself.
That remains to be seen. I do take notice of your... See that it doesn't become a burden. I shall grant what you ask. Let it be known, Sophie Langley plan will become this fledgling's patron. They shall be considered like sire and child.
Ooh.
Miss Langley will take full responsibility for them, and I grant her the right if she sees fit to use it. Let my intentions be clear, however. If I am to turn a blind eye to important traditions on this occasion, I expect it to be beneficial to the Camarilla. Substantially so. I hope you find this verdict satisfactory, Miss Langley. Of course, Prince. Thank you. Very well.
She turns to you.
What is your name, child?
I should use a nickname. Instead of being YouTuber William SRD, the vampire.
It's like, oh, I've subscribed to your channel.
Do you use your actual names? My old life is over, so shouldn't I have, like, a vampire nickname?
It depends on the choices made by individual kindred, but for now, I do need a name I can use.
It's William SRD, then. Feel free to like and subscribe. She nods.
And clicks the bell. Welcome to the Camarilla, William SRD.
Thank you. You may have heard of me.
Now, this evening proved to be even more eventful than I anticipated, but with the fledgling's fate decided, I believe our meeting here can conclude. Thank you all for appearing on such short notice. Give my regards to those who couldn't make it. Kadir, a moment of your time before I let you return to your duty.
Of course, Prince. He shoots you a side glance that doesn't have much space for interpretation. You will be watched. You will be judged. And if needs be, you will be punished. The
So
two
he
of
watched
them.
the video.
He watched the video.
He liked it. Clicking the like or the
He hit the like button.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel, and then the two of them leave the gallery.
Well, William SRD. I think we've both already managed to significantly improve each other's evenings. But let's keep the ball rolling, shall we? I think we should have a toast to a new, fruitful partnership.
She raises her hand at one of the well-dressed concierges.
Ooh, that makes me mad.
Have now reappeared in the showroom to refill the guests' glasses. Why does it make you mad?
That's not. I work in hotels, right? That's a grotesque misuse of the word concierge. That is not a concierge. It's a server. Concierge is a very specific person.
Got it.
How dare they?
It says a lot.
Developers.
It says a lot about this game that we brought on a very knowledgeable World of Darkness lorehead, and the only objection you have thus far had to the lore is an improper use of the word concierge.
Yeah.
The conventionally handsome man approaches with a carafe of red liquid. He pours it into 2 tall glasses. It's blood, again. That much is clear. You're in 2 minds about drinking it, but the memory of last night's hunger makes you wince. You take a tentative sip. You expected the same blandness you tasted a few hours ago, but this one you can actually savor. It's smoky and warm, making you think of a cozy cabin in the woods. Also, I don't know, at a fancy occasion like this, rather than drinking blood in a glass, which doesn't taste as good as the real thing, wouldn't these fancy vampires, like, bring a well-dressed ghoul and just anytime they want, they just, like, take a little nibble?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Like,
no?
I mean, they wouldn't feed from a ghoul anyway, of course. But, like, also, no, because that's once you start having people, like, the Camarilla, their whole shtick is that they pay a lot of lip service to maintaining their, right?
Got it.
And so, like, that kind of conspicuous consumption, like, that's the stuff that the Sabbat does, where they have parties,
right?
Like the Raven Blade. Also, the Giovanni do it sometimes. There was a really cool adventure with the Giovanni where you're in a Giovanni dinner and you get embraced. And there are servants with neck taps. They've got these, like, iron collars on their necks that, like, have a tap that goes into their, like, jugular, and so it can be open. So they just come and they, like, kneel next to the person's seat, and the person just, like, opens the tap and pours their own glass.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's
Great
how I
imagery
want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, it's smoky and warm, making you think of a cozy cabin in the woods. It does strike you as a strange image for your mind to jump to when drinking human blood, but it is what it is. You've never tasted anything like it.
Do you like it? I think New York City caterers have very bourgeois ideas about what good blood should taste like. Apologies. You must have so many questions. While we're on the topic, perhaps we should start with those related to sustenance.
Where do you get blood? It's kind of weird that you have waiters serving blood. Where do you get it from?
That can be a touchy topic. Let's just say that most of the blood available crowdfunded. Did I get that right? It's hard to keep track of modern language.
Yeah, let's go. I have been turned into a vampire chat, and I need you to go to Kickstarter and donate me a quart of blood.
At any rate, what I mean is there's a plethora of vessels on tap. As for where to get the blood when you're not at Elysium, tomorrow I'll take you hunting and we'll explore this topic further. What you need to know right now is that no matter how much you drink, you'll always be tempted to have more, unless you consume someone wholly to the last drop. But even that doesn't last. Best start by just taking a single sip from a vessel. Be prudent. Hot, fresh blood is more safe. That can be served in a fancy, but it can make you more gracious. As to how much you should have, it depends. If you're frugal, you survive. But it's risky, and it will tempt the heart of yours.
You're cutting in and out quite a bit. Still.
Yes. I think it might actually be my.
Like sure. The mic itself, you think?
No, not the mic. I think it might be my.
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah. Oh well, maybe not. I don't know. But that's just yeah. If you're frugal, but it's risky, attempt to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She mentioned a beast. That beast you mentioned, is that a metaphor or?
Oh, it's quite real, although not in a strictly physical sense. It lives in all of us. Our nature and hunger manifest. Those more religious among us connect it to the biblical Cain. The rage of the first murderer, cursed by God, seething in all his descendants. I, however, am a child of the Enlightenment. Not that it makes my struggle any easier. I have to be wary like every other kindred in the city and beyond. Individual kindred each have a unique relationship to their beast. What yours is going to be remains to be seen. But you do need to keep it under control. Each outburst endangers not just you, but also the masquerade.
The concierge, or whatever he is, asks for permission to intrude, which Sophie gives you a polite smile, and leans in to whisper in her ear. You note that the gallery is now almost empty.
I'm being told the gallery is just about to close, but we still have quite a lot to discuss. We'll go to one of my apartments. My jalopy is waiting downstairs. Come. And yeah, I'll check the auto game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Auto game automatically. Yes, let's try that.
Okay.
Okay. I turned that off. We'll see if that helps.
Okay, sounds good. The smile she puts on makes you remember the way you felt with the Latina. It's not arousing, though. More like magnetic. You find it hard to argue.
I kind of wish they'd given her a name, just so they aren't saying the Latina.
The Latina. It's the Latina, you know.
Yeah.
Even though you're still suspicious of her authority over you, her charm momentarily wins you over. Yeah, she called it a jalopy. That confirms she's old, Lord of Darkness. You're right. Sophie leads you to a luxurious silver Rolls Royce, and that's a jalopy to her. A Rolls Royce.
Yeah, wow.
And invites you to sit in the back. The chauffeur, a broad-shouldered, clean-shaven, middle-aged guy, starts driving immediately. Where did we leave off? I believe I started telling you a bit about our customs. You've heard the prince refer to our traditions. The chief among them is the masquerade. You didn't cut out at all there. Perfect.
Yay! As you might have gathered from us assembling at a niche gallery after closing time, our comings, goings, and doings tend to be somewhat secretive. We do not advertise our existence. We allow myths and modern fiction to morph and muddle the facts. So to the vast majority of kine, we remain bedtime stories and pop culture icons. Say, is that one television show about a vampire angel still popular?
You shake your head in confusion. She shrugs and continues talking, looking a little bit more dejected than before.
She's a David Boreanaz fangirl. Our clandestine ways help us remain safe, allow us to explain away the occasional trip up to the rational minds of 21st century humanity, and dictate much of our interactions with the mortals.
So, what's the risk of it all? What's the worst that could happen if you're a vampire? I'm sure you can defeat any threat that comes your way.
Well, it would surely make things easier if we could. Unfortunately for us, there are plenty of things that harm us. The chief among them are sunlight and fire. Both will burn you to ash. That's why we rest during the day. You felt it, I'm sure. That it's more like being dead than being dormant. But we have no choice. We're night dwellers, but day sleepers. Like me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was thinking before when we were in the car, and I didn't say anything about it. I was thinking that I bet that they were going to reuse this car and have different people in the mirror. And then that actually happened. Yeah. I didn't actually think about that till now. I guess they do have to be efficient with their art.
It looks so much like the inside of an Escalade.
Weird.
Some more folk-related threats are just legends, or occasionally a minor nuisance. Garlic, running water, even religious symbols don't repel us, unless the wielder is uniquely pure and godly. Stakes through the heart, though, that's something to avoid. They don't destroy, but they do paralyze, which, under the right circumstances, can often be the same thing. That's a reason to have somebody like my trusted driver, Gregory, making sure you're safe when you drift away. We have many enemies, and they often know their advantage lies with daylight.
The masquerade sounds like bullshit. Now we can finally be a Bruja without like dying for it.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. It's forbidden to let humans know vampires exist, but it's okay to have human slaves who know for a fact who they serve? Sounds like a steaming pile of bullshit.
There are degrees to this, of course. Not many rules of our society are clear-cut. In some domains, the prince is very controlling and strict about keeping to the letter of the traditions. Luckily for you, Prince Penard allows some leeway on occasion, or else we wouldn't be having this conversation. But to address your qualms, servants are fine, as long as they remain loyal. That said, our sect supplies social interactions aplenty, but it doesn't really encourage counting on someone. Support given in exchange for favors? Yes, that's more like it. Long-term solidarity does occur in the Camarilla, but we are a very politicized organization by necessity. Loyalty is to your sire, to your prince, and to the sect. If a servant or mortal family member, or whoever else, acts against the interests of any of these, their lives are forfeit. So they need to adhere to the masquerade as much as we do.
She seems to be lost in thought and falls silent for a while, leaving you to ponder all the things you've learned tonight. It still feels absolutely unreal, but as piece after piece of knowledge falls into place, the image becomes almost like an entirely logical jigsaw puzzle. Whatever you wouldn't believe on your own, you've witnessed. Many questions swarm your thoughts, but the one you keep returning to is what your place in this new reality should be. The car stops. You are in the city, in front of an old but well-renovated apartment building.
We're here. Would you like to see your lodgings?
Okay, so before we go in there, I think we are about to kind of we've kind of done that first stage of stuff now. Yes. I think being that this is going to be a multi-week game, this is a nice clean place to end it. For now.
I'd say so.
Yeah. So we have survived, well, our second try, we survived being turned into a vampire. We have met the prince of the city. We have met the sheriff. We have been adopted. We have an adoptive sire now. And where did the Latina go? We must know. We don't know where the Latina went. The Latina, I think, just kind of dumped all of her problems on us and then ran away.
Yeah, it's true.
I presume
I think that's exactly what happened.
My guess is that this was specific so that, like, she was literally covering her tracks. Just like someone was after her, and the best distraction she could do was to make them want to come after us instead as her progeny.
Yeah. That or that guy at the beginning, like you said, really was talking to her, which is theoretically possible, I guess, if he wanted her, if her blood is strong, right? Like if she's like a potent vampire, maybe he wanted her to embrace like someone of a certain like power level, basic power level, essentially, that he could then try and turn into a tool for whatever he's like got going on. So his political maneuvers, maybe.
Makes sense to
me. Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think of it so far?
It's pretty good. It's some Vampire 5e isms have sort of snuck in.
Yeah.
And that I'm like, oh, like the like when they said the Ministry owned that club, and they were not talking about the band. They were talking about the followers of Set. Who I guess got a name change in V5 because they were trying to separate clans from real world cultures, even ancient religions. It
does make some sense to not just have random ancient Egyptians wandering the city.
Well, yes, but the whole point of the reason that they're the followers of Set is because Set himself is their antediluvian. He's the clan founder. So like they're just like, oh yeah, Setians or something would have made just as much sense, just like the Ventru follow Ventru and but Malkavians follow Malkov, etc. Or Malkavians are Malkov, depending on your reading of the lore. He's in all of their brains. It's pretty good. I mean, the art's gorgeous. The storytelling is good. It feels accurate and correct. Not just to the lore, but to the tone, and the themes so far. It's a very political game.
One of the things that I like.
Very well.
One of the things that I like about it is, it can almost be like it can get that piece of like almost being too sincere at points when it's like talking about vampires in the modern day and like Facebook and here's the stuff I read on Twitter the other day. It can almost feel like just a hair too sincere and a little bit out of place, but I feel like that was the mood of the original as well back in the 90s. It so. Very much wore its heart on its sleeve. It wasn't afraid of, being just a hair over serious. So I feel like this is a really good adaptation.
Yeah, and you see it a lot. Like I even catch myself when I was reading some of the characters. Like even like in World of Darkness LARPs, you'll see that kind of that tone that isn't afraid to take itself a little over serious.
Yeah,
where people will talk, they'll be like, "Welcome to our Elysium. Please pardon me while I pause dramatically a few more times in this conversation." Like that's how people talk at each other in vampire LARPs a lot of the time. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It really works. So like this is really working for me. It feels like an authentic way to play vampire, which is I think important for a single player game like this, video game.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we will probably call it here. Auntie Haunty, do you want to remind everyone where can they find you if they want a little more haunty?
Ooh, yes, you can go to YouTube /Auntie Haunty Games. I am there. I haven't put any videos up in quite a while, but I am working on a video explaining Wraith in some detail that should go up at some point in the future. And also, there's another channel, Auntie Haunty, just Auntie Haunty, which is not being used for anything yet, but will be in the future. So I'm going to do a lot of my non-gaming content. And Handful of Nerds. If you go to youtube.com/handful of nerds, with the little R or C or whatever nonsense YouTube forces us to put in the URLs these days, you will find a Fallout tabletop RPG campaign that I am running for that I ran for Jacob Crow and our friend Latula and Austin and Zoshbox. And soon that channel will have our Wraith campaign featuring Will and Jacob Crow, Latula, and Austin. And then also an Imperium Maledictum campaign featuring all of us. So run by Jacob Crow, and he's an incredible game master. So it's
absolutely,
gonna be, little slow to upload because we're still figuring out our editing schedules and things and who can do what and how fast. But
it's also pulling like 6-7 people together is a little tough schedule wise.
Exactly. But, yeah. It's but it is a living channel, so there's content coming all the time. So check that out.
And also, let me give you a little teaser for the audience here on some of the experiences you've had, and here's a video that I think they need to go to your channel and beg you for. They need to go to your channel and they need to go into the comment section and they have to ask you, or they have to demand that you tell them the story of how CCP killed your World of Darkness LARP group.
Oh, yeah.
That's a video right there. You've told me this story.
You're right, yeah.
It's a video.
God, yeah. You know what? Yeah, okay.
How did the original World of Darkness, or not the original World of Darkness devs, but how did the new World of Darkness devs kill the World of Darkness LARP community? No, not CCP as in China. CCP. It was Xi Jinping. He hates LARP.
All along. You reference Winnie the Pooh once at a LARP, and suddenly your entire hobby is dead.
It's true.
No.
Anyway.
No. CCP, the company that Paradox bought the World of Darkness from.
They bought the property after White Wolf, and then Paradox bought it from them.
Yep.
Anyway, we will end it here. Thank you again for attending. This has been a lot of fun. I had originally intended. Oh, you're always welcome here, honestly.
Yay.
I thank you all for attending as well, and I'll see you next week. Should be a little bit earlier next week, so we can tear another big chunk out of the game. And I'm hoping we can finish a couple of these over this month, because there's a whole trilogy of these visual novels. All right. See you guys later, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to go pass it on your wolf couch since you said that I'm welcome. So
absolutely, anytime.
I'll be there shortly.
All right. Good night. See ya.